from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
And a good morning to you. It is Monday, April 15th, and Steph is back this week.
Hi, good morning.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. Missed you.
We missed you.
It's great to be back. And you know what? This weekend was really nice weather weekend, though.
It really was. Cool mornings, very, very warm afternoons. Some folks would say hot.
Yeah.
And before we go to Mike, I want to say happy birthday to RJ Marquez. He's off today. So happy birthday, RJ. We'll talk to Justin in a moment.
Yeah, happy birthday. He's going to have to look back at the video. I'm sure he's not up. I hope you're not up. I hope you celebrate it and will continue to celebrate.
We can send him text right now.
No.
We could. That's always a fun group text.
Don't do that.
Anyway, good morning, everybody. Hope, it's tax day. Let's not beat around the bush with that. Anyway, despite that, yes, it was a great looking weekend. Yeah, it got very hot. If you were out in the direct sun yesterday with that extra humidity out there, it was pretty toasty. And this morning, look at that, 71 degrees. Normal low temperature is 58. And that dew point is up there, 66. You get above 60, you feel it. And you're going to be feeling it throughout the rest of this week. 85 for a high temperature today. So, yes, we are going to be approximately 5 degrees above normal. The aquifer over the weekend did go up 0.3 of a foot. We'll take anything we can get there. And mold is on the high side. Oak, it looks like we're finally just about done with oak season, even though there's still a lot of leaves and everything hanging around here. But that's on the low side. And the first time we've done a low side in forever, it seems like. But, yeah, a lot of mold hanging around here. Take a look outside right now. With all the extra humidity, we do have a couple of spots with a hint of fog. Up there around Kerrville right now, maybe a hint of it there in Castroville. That's it as of now, but just sort of be on the lookout for that with somewhat light wind and then also all this humidity out there. 71 in town, 72 New Braunfels, and then we've got 67s up there, Kerrville, as well as Comfort. And again, all of this humidity with these dew points. And you get above 60 and you really start to feel it, and you can be feeling it all week long. Warm, humid. There's a little feature moving through later on this evening, and it's a front technically. It's not going to do much except maybe squeeze out a couple of showers scattered about here and there, and then the overnight hours, perhaps early tomorrow. But then just plenty of clouds, maybe a little more sunshine tomorrow. Heating up, and Fiesta Thursday, Fiesta. It is going to be hot and humid. We're looking at 90 and plenty of humidity. Couple of stray showers can't be ruled out. I don't think we're going to have a repeat of last year when it was the rain out with all those storms moving on through here. Then the weekend is looking promising. We do have a little bit more of a front with some oomph to it, and that's going to knock temperatures down. Showers on Saturday, but much more pleasant this weekend. Going to get all the details coming up in just a couple of minutes. Since RJ is off, the man behind the wheel this morning, who has never had a traffic violation or ticket, Justin Horn.
I cannot confirm that. But what I can tell you, Mike, the reason Oak went down, I think, is because I cleaned up about 5 bags of leaves and catkins out of my yard. I think it really helped the count this weekend. As we go outside for you on TransGuide, everything's looking good. Smooth sailing on all of our freeways this morning. There are no incidents to report right now, which is a good thing. And I can also tell you that 1604 and I-10 on the city's northwest side, which was closed all weekend, is now reopened. Caused a lot of backups as they worked on that interchange, but everything's reopened this morning, so should be smooth sailing there too. 1604 Wiseman looks good. 1604 Medio Creek also looks good. We'll go to the map briefly here, and you'll see that it's all green. Hopefully it stays that way at least for a while. We know that things will pick up here over the next couple of hours, and if something pops up, we'll let you know. Guys?
Thank you, Justin. Well, the search continues for the person who killed 2 men at a home near North Foster Road this past weekend. San Antonio police say it was around 2:30 in the morning when someone fired shots at the home on Delgado Run. Now, according to police, the victims, Marquise Green and Damari Greenwich, were standing at the garage when they were killed. Investigators are trying to figure out what led to that shooting, and they are investigating the case as a capital murder case.
It's a big news day. The hush money trial of former President Donald Trump begins today in New York City with jury selection. It's the first criminal trial of a former commander-in-chief and the first of Trump's 4 indictments to go to trial. Trump has pleaded not guilty to 34 felony counts of falsifying business records as part of an alleged effort to keep stories about his sex life from emerging during his 2016 campaign. Because Trump is the presumptive nominee for this year's Republican ticket, many times you'll probably see the presidential candidate spending days in court and, as he has said, quote, campaigning during the night, end quote.
In Mexico City, 3 people are dead after a private helicopter crashed in the area of the mayor's office in the southern part of the city. Now, according to Mexican officials, yesterday, the surrounding buildings are not at risk and the population is no longer in danger. Several local and federal agencies are working to address the emergency and investigate the cause of that crash.
Here's our other big story today. Now to Israel, the country considering whether to retaliate against Iran for this weekend's attack. The White House is urging restraint. As
ABC's Allison Cossack reports, the UN Secretary General saying it's time to step back from the brink.
This morning, new details about Iran's unprecedented attack on Israel, launching more than 100 ballistic missiles and swarms of drones, a larger attack than expected, in retaliation for an airstrike that killed 2 Iranian generals in Syria this month.
Over here, you can see that rocket flying up in the sky just over Jerusalem here now. It's just raining rockets with those sirens blaring out. You can hear the interceptions every few seconds here.
Overnight, ABC News confirmed at least half of those Iranian missiles either failed to launch, failed in flight, or crashed before reaching their targets in Israel. Israel says 99% of the drones and missiles ended up being intercepted by Israeli, U.S., and coalition forces. Those that did hit caused minor damage at an Israeli airbase and left a young girl critically wounded from missile shrapnel.
Well, Tehran's massive attack has largely been a failure. A senior official saying that Iran's intent was clearly to be highly destructive, causing significant damage and death in Israel.
Now, attention turns to whether Israel will respond. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu meeting with his war cabinet yesterday. One member saying Israel would act in the manner and time that is appropriate for us. His war cabinet reportedly supports retaliating against Iran, but is divided over the timing and scale. U.S. officials, while emphasizing Israel's right to defend itself, say the U.S. will not participate in any counterstrike. On Capitol Hill, lawmakers are now considering a new military aid package for Israel. A vote could come as soon as this week.
Allison Cossack, ABC News, New York.
In morning sports, Spurs hosting the worst team in the East last night, the Pistons, in the final game of the regular season. No Wemby or Keldon available for the Spurs. First quarter, Julian Champagnie back to work, layup, and then later on the break, Sidi Sissoko with the rebound. And then Julian, who slams it down. Spurs led 29-23 after one. Spurs led 63-40 at the break. Third quarter, hate to see this in the final game of the season. Zach Collins collides with the Pistons' James Wiseman, immediately grabs his right shoulder. He's in a lot of pain there. He would head to the locker room and would not return. He'll have an MRI today. Play of the quarter, Trey Jones gets the steal, going the other way and slamming it down. Spurs got the bench going. SA led by 30, 93-63 after three. Fourth quarter, Sandro Mamushilashvili, better known as Mamu, going in to the paint and off the glass. He finished with a team-high 18 points, including 3 3-pointers. Every Spurs starter finished in double digits. Here's your final from Frostbank Center. Spurs win their finale 123-95. San Antonio finishes the year with a 22-60 record, same record as last year, and as the second worst team in the West. For the second game in a row for the San Antonio Missions, a wild pitch leads to San Antonio scoring the deciding run. This time it was Cole Cummings giving the Missions the lead. San Antonio wins 2-1, improving to 6-3 on the season. So this week the Missions are down in Corpus Christi taking on the Hooks. That series starts tomorrow and runs through Sunday.
We're ready for all the music, the colors, everything. Fiesta Countdown right there in front of you. 2024 is getting closer, so the countdown is on, and there's just days left till we kick off San Antonio's largest party of the year. So Fiesta, just a reminder, is at a whole new spot at the Alamodome. That kicks off Thursday, and we'll be live from the event starting at 8 o'clock, and this is only the beginning.
Though over the span of 10 days, there are so many Fiesta events happening all over San Antonio. Friday, April 19th is the start of Fiesta Oyster Bake.
And Monday, April 22nd, of course, is the Texas Cavaliers River Parade. And Tuesday, April 23rd, NIOSA will kick off.
Wednesday, April 24th is KSAT's Know My Neighborhood, and this month we focus on downtown.
Very cool. April 26th is the Battle of Flowers Parade, and Saturday, April 27th, has so many things going on, starting with King William, that's in the morning, and ending with Fiesta Flambeau in the evening. So you can expect KSAT to bring live coverage of all these events and more.
And while we're mentioning all those parades, don't forget to be a part of our KSAT Insider Parties. Scan the KSAT QR code on your screen to register and become a KSAT Insider and get tickets to the Battle of Flowers Insider Party.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So if the night parade is more of your vibe, there's a QR code for that as well. And if you want to take your insider status a step further, we do have a sweepstakes you can enter.
If you scan the QR code you're seeing now, you can enter our contest to win the best seats in the house, brought to you by IKEA. This contest runs through April 17th at noon. The winner will receive 6 tickets to the Battle of Flowers Parade watch party with VIP passes for private seating. You also get a $50 gift card to IKEA. KSAT Medal Days are back too. You can grab a free KSAT medal at various locations around San Antonio. We have a brand new location for you to visit this morning. We'll reveal that location coming up in our last half hour around 6:45-ish this morning on Good Morning San Antonio. So stick around for that. And fun fact, KSAT actually has 5 different kinds of medals for you to collect this year. One for Texas Eats, one for SA Live, and more. Check this story out on KSAT.com for more details on which ones and dates where you can get yours for absolutely free.
Options. I like that.
It's nice to have options on a Monday morning.
Yes, I think so. Time now 5:11 and 71 degrees for now.
Still ahead why Google's newest phone might be getting a feature that's similar to what you'd find on an iPhone.
Also next, when it comes to the estate of the late O.J. Simpson and what the Goldmans they want.
Outside with Live Cam. Hope you had a great weekend. We're starting out with some clouds, a little humid, and about 71 degrees here in South Central Texas. Thanks for starting your day with GMSA.
Welcome back. It's 5:15. So there are new details regarding O.J. Simpson's estate and where the victims' families will get any money. ABC's Ariel Reshef has the details in today's GMA First Look.
In this morning's GMA First Look, what happens now to O.J. Simpson's estate, placed in a newly created trust?
Personal belongings, anything they have like that is going to be part of the estate. So I will be doing inventorying and trying to see what is out there.
In a 1997 civil suit, Simpson was found liable for the slayings of his ex-wife Nicole Brown Simpson and her friend Ron Goldman, ordered to pay more than $33 million in damages, but only paid a fraction. Now the Goldmans want what they're legally owed.
Uncle Sam is going to be first, right? And depending on the assets, it could be a situation where after the taxes are paid, there's next to nothing left.
And coming up at 7 a.m., legal expert Dan Abrams weighs in live. With your GMA First Look, I'm Ariel Reshef, ABC News, New York.
5:16, 71 degrees.
Well, up next, how a new service is promising to help you declutter your Gmail inbox.
And as you heard, Justin is in for RJ this morning. We're going to be checking on the morning commute so far. We'll be right back.
Running can be such an individual sport. I thought, why not share this experience? I train with this chair every day. I push rider athletes in over 70 marathons. Seeing their excitement, they're the ones that push me. My marathon is for Special Olympics and helping athletes like Yusuf realize their dream of crossing the finish line.
Arthritis pain? We say not today. Tylenol 8-Hour Arthritis Pain has 2 layers of relief. The first is fast. The second is long-lasting. We give you your day back so you can give it everything. Tylenol, #1 doctor recommended for arthritis pain.
Sometimes your work shirt needs to be for more than just work. Like when it needs to be a big, soft shoulder to cry on. Which is why Downy does more to make clothes softer, fresher, and better. Downy, breathe life into your laundry.
Welcome back. Just about 5:20. The gang is all here. Happy Monday, everybody.
Yes,
Ready for Fiesta?
Ready for Fiesta?
I am.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I mean, we finally passed the holidays, so we can do that.
I like how Steph points to her outfit. Of course. I accessorized.
Yes, I am.
Of course you are.
Fiesta.
So, but yeah, it's going to be toasty when we're out there for Fiesta.
Yeah, it is.
It's so much fun.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's that time of year, right?
Yeah.
You just got to avoid some of the storms. You'll get into that.
Yeah, I'll get into that.
But we're avoiding any big traffic issues this morning. That's good news. As we look out at TransGuide here, this is 35 at 37. Looks good there at that interchange. And as I mentioned earlier, 1604 and I-10, a lot of construction there this weekend. It has been since picked up. So that's all open, and we have smooth sailing up there, which is also good to see. There was a lot of backups this weekend. 37 at the Alamo Dome, always a great shot. Looks good there. 37 Fair Avenue. Everyone's moving at posted speeds, and I've checked all the websites, and so far everything looks good. There are no incidents to speak of. TxDOT is not reporting any incidents, so this is good. We got green across the board, and if you're leaving for work right now, you're going to have 0 issues. Now that obviously changes here in about an hour or so. But looking good, Mike, for the moment, and hopefully the Fiesta forecast is doing the same.
Well, if you like hot, humid weather, Justin, you're going to love Thursday's forecast. Yesterday, once the sun finally got a little bit lower in the sky, and even though the humidity was there, it wasn't ridiculous humidity. It was really pleasant late afternoon, evening hours. During the middle of the day, though, if you're out in the direct sun, it was pretty toasty. Beautiful view out there at Woodlawn Lake. Thank you, Mr. McClellan. And this morning, we've got a lot of clouds hanging around here. A couple of little patches of fog. Kerrville has now dropped down a bit more as far as visibility. Castroville, a hint of it. And that's the only thing showing up in the metropolitan area right now. But just be on the lookout for it over the course of the next couple of hours. The humidity is there, and it's not going anywhere. Plenty of moisture being pumped in here from the Gulf of Mexico. There is a little bit of a front which is trying to work its way through here, and that will dry things out somewhat out to the west, but not here in town. So forget about this one bringing any sort of relief from any of the humidity. A lot of clouds hanging around here. Again, some patchy fog, maybe with some of that patchy fog, a little bit of mist here and there. We'll see some sunshine mixed in later on today. It's going to be hot, 78 at noon, and then we're going to get up to 85 later on today. And then once we get into the evening hours, we're going to start to see a couple little light showers around here. So this disturbance, this kind of front that's going to be working its way on in is going to help too, and just also given the fact that the atmosphere is so kind of unstable with all this humidity hanging around here. A couple of showers, maybe a thunderstorm, just sort of scattered about the area going into the evening hours as well as late tonight. So they'll be sort of few and far between. Yeah, if you get a great shower, fantastic around here. Here's what's going on. We've got this low, which is continuing to pump in all of the upper level moisture around here. We've got moisture down here at the surface. That's going to move past us. Now there is, like we said, that little bit of a front that's trying to come through here. It's really not going to do all that much. With all of this, notice how the kind of the bluish shade and all these wind lines up here well to the north, that's going to take any of the cooler air and keep it well up there to the north, and we are just going to be heating up as we come into the mid to latter portion of the week. Thursday is going to be just a sizzler around here. Also, there's going to be little disturbances maybe trying to slide through here with all this heat and humidity to give us a couple of stray showers. There will be a bit of a front that's going to try to come through into Saturday, which will knock temperatures down somewhat, but still it is going to be what you would expect for Fiesta, especially the next few days leading up to it. A couple of showers around here tonight, maybe a thunderstorm, and then we'll see a bit more sunshine tomorrow, a lot more clouds Wednesday, Thursday. Going to be very hot out there, 90 and humidity on Thursday. Friday, about the same situation, and then this little bit of a front. I think a better chance for a few showers on Saturday, and then we'll clear out somewhat then on Sunday. But yeah, if you like the humidity, you love the lead up to Fiesta on Thursday. A whole lot more after this. Stick around.
Welcome back. It's exactly 5:27. Google's Pixel 9 may soon get an Apple-like feature. ABC's Rhiannon Alley has the details in today's Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, Google's new line of phones is expected to have an emergency feature similar to Apple's emergency SOS. The Pixel 9 and next generation Pixel Fold will reportedly offer the satellite features, which will ask a series of questions to determine what's happening with the user when they can't get a signal. Next, Tesla has cut the price of its self-driving software basically in half. It was $199 per month, and it's now $99. Tesla recently gave a 1-month trial of the driver assist technology to existing and new customers. It comes after the car maker missed recent sales expectations. And Gmail appears to have the inbox upgrade users have called for. A managed subscriptions feature is designed to organize all those clutter-causing promotional emails we all get. Messages will be filtered into different categories based on how many you get from a sender each quarter. Those are your Tech Bites. Have a great day.
528, 71 degrees.
Well, President Biden is trying for another round of student debt relief worth millions of dollars. Up next, why the move probably won't apply to most people with student loans.
And ahead on GMSA at 6, students in Alamo Heights got busy this weekend making their campus beautiful. We've got the sights and the sounds of Mulch Mania. Good morning. It is tax day, Monday, April 15th.
Yes,
you couldn't have just said, I mean, Monday's bad enough, but then to throw taxing on top of it. So.
You want to start over?
It's RJ's birthday.
Yeah, it is. Okay. Good morning, everybody. It's Monday, April 15th, RJ's birthday.
Yes, thanks for joining us.
So, anyway,
yes.
It's pretty warm and humid out there, and as we approach Fiesta, it's going to get warmer and humider. I don't think that's a word, but it is now. So lots of clouds hanging around here, and with all that extra humidity, which started to work its way back into the picture yesterday, of course. We're at 71 degrees right now. The normal high is normal low is 58. So obviously we are way, way above normal. And there's one of the culprits right there, dew point 66, and then wind out of the southeast just continues to feed the moisture on in here. We've got some reduced visibility, 3 miles there at Kerrville, 5 Castroville. It's the only spots reporting areas that are showing any fog right now. But we may see a couple of more little patches here and there as the morning rolls on. So that's just something to, kind of watch out for. And where there's fog, there may be a little mist on the roads as well. Everybody is well above normal right now. God, a lot of 70s out there. Low 70s, that's like the normal low temperature when you get into mid to late July. So yeah, things are just way out of whack, and the humidity covering all of the area. Mold is on the high side. Oak is finally coming on down, and it looks like we are on the kind of the downhill slide as far as the peak of oak season. Pecan and grass are low, of course. Throughout the rest of today, 77 at noon, 85 high temperature today. A little bit of sunshine thrown on in there, and a couple of showers late this afternoon, and then going into this evening. Just a few of them here and there, not a real big rain event. Also, it is going to be on the breezy side. We'll have the Fiesta forecast coming up. It's, as you may have guessed, for Fiesta, it's going to be hot and humid, but perhaps not all the way through the weekend. Details in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, Justin is in this morning for the birthday boy. Good morning, sir. What's up?
Yeah, Mike, one thing I noticed yesterday for the first time this season, mosquitoes, they're back. That heat and humidity. Yeah, happy Monday yet again. But happy birthday to RJ. We'll keep it on the positive side here. 281 in Hildebrand. The big curve there can cause some issues. It always causes some slowdowns, but nothing yet. 281 in Overlook Parkway, new part of the freeway there. All looks good. Same for 281 in Marshall Road. Just a few cars at the moment. 281 at Grayson. Looks like we're getting a bit of a slow start to the morning commute. It is Monday after all. As we look at the map here, it is still green across the board. There are 0 incidents on the road right now, so we'll take that. That is awful good news. Now, as we go later into the morning, things will obviously pick up. And as I've been saying most of the morning, I-10 and 1604, that has cleared up after a busy weekend of construction here. Those beams are in place, at least the ones they were working on. And so smooth sailing across the city right now, guys.
Thank you, Justin. New details about a mass shooting in Dallas over the weekend. Police say dozens of shots were fired in a neighborhood yesterday where a crowd had gathered. A 21-year-old woman was killed. 8 other people were hurt. Those victims are expected to survive. Early reports indicate the shooting was gang-related. Dallas police are still investigating. So far, no one is in custody.
The Rust movie armorer convicted of involuntary manslaughter will soon find out her punishment. Later today, a judge in New Mexico will sentence Hannah Gutierrez-Reed. A jury found her guilty last month for the on-set shooting death of cinematographer Helena Hutchins. She faces up to 18 months in prison and a $5,000 fine. Meanwhile, actor Alec Baldwin is also accused of involuntary manslaughter. He is expected to stand trial in July. He has pleaded not guilty to the charges.
Well, it is tax day, and you have hours left to file a return or request an extension. Otherwise, you might end up paying a fee.
As CNN's Amy Kiley reports, it could climb to 25% of the taxes you owe if you wait too long.
Fastest way to get your refund is to electronically file and to receive that refund through a direct deposit.
It's not too late to file a tax return or request more time. Some people automatically get an extension. Residents of Maine, Massachusetts, and Washington, D.C. have an extra day or two for observed holidays. People who live or work in federally declared disaster areas can check their deadlines at irs.gov. It's possible to request an automatic 6-month extension for free through an IRS partner on the agency's website. The deadline for that is today, and it involves paying estimated taxes. For those who want to file before midnight tonight,
the IRS this year is attempting a direct file with multiple states.
People not in direct file states can check out the IRS's trusted partners. Those with an adjusted gross income of $79,000 or less can file with them for free. Others can use paid services. Experts urge taxpayers to enter information correctly.
Something as simple as just fat fingering your social security number, could really cause you a headache.
Watch out for scams.
If you didn't initiate that contact, go to the source.
And avoid late fees.
Sometimes people get scared and they're like, oh my goodness, I owe money, I'm not going to file. And for that, we really encourage people, go ahead and file.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
Well, back here at home, it was a busy day out at Morgan's Wonderland over the weekend. Project Mend and our KSAT community partners held the annual medical equipment drive, so Viva Mobility. People were up bright and early that day participating in the annual 5K. This event is held every year to bring in donations of used medical equipment. So that includes wheelchairs, power chairs, home hospital beds, and more. So Project Mend will clean them, fix them, and give it a second life by donating it to someone who needs it.
When you see somebody who gets a piece of medical equipment that they need, it really is the difference between them being able to move around and enjoy life and do the things that they really want to do and not.
If you have a piece of equipment that you would like to donate, you can visit projectmend.org and find a place to drop it off or schedule a date for Project Mend to pick it up.
One of the greatest programs in our area, going to help a lot of folks. Hey, KSAT Medal Days are back. You can grab a free KSAT medal at various locations around San Antonio. We have a brand new location for you to go to this morning. We'll reveal that coming up around 6:42 this morning right here on Good Morning San Antonio.
Very exciting. I can't wait to see them all together.
I found that Adam Caskey medal on my desk this morning.
I did too. It's the first one I got.
It's a fun one.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Hope you guys get to see that one.
Let's just say this, it's very Adam.
Very Adam.
Yes.
Yeah, very appropriately said. Time now 5:38 and 71 degrees for now.
New action by President Biden could eliminate billions of dollars of American student loan debt. Up next, why that action does not apply to very many borrowers.
And looking out there with live camp right now, not too bad. The sun's not up. It was nice this weekend, but it got a little warm, and we're expecting it to kind of continue that warm trend throughout the week. We're going to be checking in with Mike very soon.
541, the Biden administration has announced plans for its latest student loan debt relief program.
And if it goes as planned, it could eliminate billions of dollars from the total debt load nationwide for those who qualify. However, as our Courtney Friedman reports, it's not for most borrowers.
We're fixing a broken system.
The Biden administration announcing Friday it plans to wipe away another $7.4 billion in student loan debt for around 277,000 borrowers nationwide.
We're trying to provide a fair shot to Americans trying to access higher education.
Student loan debt relief has been a cornerstone issue for the president since he was elected in 2020.
Early in my term, I announced a major plan to provide millions of working families
with debt relief for their college student debt.
At the time, several GOP-led states sued to block his plan, an effort that the Supreme Court upheld. The initial plan would have wiped away $20,000 in debt for millions of qualified recipients.
I announced we're going to pursue alternative paths.
That brings us to this week.
My administration will propose a new rule to cancel up to $20,000 in runaway interest for any borrower that owes more now than when they started paying the loan.
Some debt holders could qualify to have all of their interest cleared under the plan.
We're going after those schools that are defrauding our borrowers.
For months, the Department of Education has been working on a new path towards their debt relief goal, using a different legal authority granted under the Higher Education Act of 1965. There's a required public comment period before the DOE can finalize any new proposals. The White House says if all goes as planned, canceling accrued interest for qualified borrowers could begin as early as this fall, right around election time.
That was Courtney Friedman reporting. In total, President Biden has authorized the cancellation of $153 billion in debt for about 4 million people.
That's only about 9% of all outstanding federal student loan debt.
Right now, 543, 71 degrees.
Look out there with TransGuide, looking over at I-37 at Pecan Valley. And now Loop 1604 at Bandera Road. Things are moving there, not too bad. We're going to get a check-in with Justin Horn this morning.
Welcome back and happy Monday to you. If you're just waking up with us, there is not a lot to report in the traffic department. We've got quiet conditions across the entire city. I-10 at Brazos looks good there. That's, of course, downtown. I-35 at I-37, which gets stacked up typically a little bit later in the morning. Looks good at the moment. Two views there, 35 and 37. 410 at Jackson Keller. That's another area that often gets stacked up. It is all clear right now. And even 1604 and I-10 on the northwest side, which was shut down all weekend long, caused all sorts of traffic issues. That has also been cleared up. So the map is still all green no matter where you go. Good news on this Monday morning if you're at least leaving the house early. Judging by what I'm seeing on TransGuide, I'm guessing some people are sleeping in this morning, which is okay too.
That is okay.
Yeah.
we would do it if we could.
Yeah, we would.
Yeah.
Unless you're supposed to be there at a certain time, then it's not okay. So
Unless you have a very understanding supervisor.
Snoozing happens. It
Right.
just does.
You would be the most flexible boss ever.
Yeah, I would be.
All those in favor of just being boss?
That may be dangerous, though. I don't know.
All right. History today, kind of infamous day, two events. President Lincoln died on this day. He was shot on the 14th and then died on the 15th, and the Titanic sank on this day.
Right.
It hit the iceberg on the 14th,
right.
and then it only took 2.5 hours for that thing to go down. So, yeah.
You said you woke up that morning, it was in the newspaper, you were like...
This guy. Oh my goodness.
No?
He doesn't.
I feel misled. Never mind.
I had a great aunt who actually lived to be 104, and she remembered when the Wright brothers flew.
Oh my goodness,
And we
really?
talked with her, yeah, when that
That's cool.
had happened. So, no, I wasn't there when the Titanic sank. Thank you very much. So, anyway, he's such a fun guy. All right, the moon is still putting on a beautiful show out there, not done performing. It is the waxing crescent moon, and of course, it was the new moon 1 week ago, and it's going to be full in about a week. Thank you for the KSAT Connect picture. A lot of clouds around here. Don't know how spectacular the sunrise is going to be today. We have a little bit of fog. Nothing has changed as far as visibilities. Still 3 miles up there around Kerrville. Just kind of watch it in some of the low-lying areas with all this extra humidity hanging around here. So later on this afternoon, we're going to have plenty of clouds throughout the day, a couple of peaks of sunshine. Then once we get into late afternoon, as well as right around dinner time, a couple of showers are going to be popping up around the area. Just again, with all this moisture here, and there's a little disturbance which is going to want to try and come into the area. It's not really going to sweep on through here to do anything as far as temperatures or humidity necessarily. But again, just giving us a couple of those showers around here going into tonight. Some may linger into the wee hours tomorrow morning. As far as temperatures, we are well above normal right now. We may fluctuate a couple of degrees this morning, but still we're going to be averaging 10 or more above normal. 77 at noon, a little bit of sunshine, and then 85 for a high temperature. And again, a couple of those showers going to be popping up around the area. It is also going to be somewhat on the breezy side. All right, jump ahead even further. Let's go into Thursday, of course, the start of Fiesta. And if you can make it down there to the H-E-B Plaza on the north side of the Alamo Dome, Fiona and I, once again, have the privilege of emceeing that big event, which is just always so much fun. We do have a lot of clouds hanging around here. Now, this is a long-range computer model, and it tends to take just a big old broad brush and kind of sweep on in there. There will be a couple of showers here and there around the area. Rain out, no. And then that's going to extend into the wee hours Friday morning, and then once again on Friday evening. Again, broad brush. This is just that chance for a couple of showers. The better opportunity is going to be further on off to the east. So for Fiesta, for Oyster Bake, Alamo Heights night on Friday night, shouldn't be a problem. It's going to be fairly humid. Then we get into Saturday. Now, we do have a somewhat better chance for a few showers on Saturday. And there's also going to be somewhat more of a front that's going to try and slide on through here by Saturday, which will drop temperatures down. But as of right now, it's that low off to the west, and this is keeping all that moisture upstairs in the atmosphere around here. And of course, the door is open for all the humidity coming here from the Gulf of Mexico. So that's why it's pretty warm and humid out there. We have a little bit of a front. And like I said, it doesn't really do much as far as any temperatures, but that's going to be sort of triggering some of those little showers around the area. And then it starts to really heat up. We're going to be looking at 90 on Thursday for Fiesta, and very hot and humid on Friday as well. Down somewhat, little bit better chance of rain on Saturday, and mid to upper 70s over the weekend, and slightly more pleasant air as well. We have a whole lot more after this. Stick around.
Good morning. It's great to be with you here on a Monday. We are following two major stories. Former President Trump sent to be in court as jury selection gets underway for his criminal trial in New York. And the fallout from Iran's attack on Israel. Top national security official John Kirby will join us live with the latest. Also, the battle over O.J. Simpson's estate and what it could mean for the families of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman. We'll see you right here on GMA.
The three-term president assures the uprising will be dealt with swiftly.
Alex Garland's provocative Civil War united many to go to theaters this past weekend. It surpassed expectations and earned $25.7 million in ticket sales in North America, according to studio estimates. It stars Kirsten Dunst, Wagner Moura, and Kaylee Spaney as frontline journalists in the near future during a new civil war. After 2 weeks on top, Godzilla Kong: The New Empire dropped to second place, taking in another $15.5 million. Ghostbusters: Frozen Empire has another third-place finish, and Kung Fu Panda 4 was fourth, both earning over $5 million each. The excitement at California's annual Coachella Music Festival in Indio included headliner Lana Del Rey, joined by Billie Eilish for a surprise duet on day one. Also, Shakira on stage announcing a world tour set to kick off in the U.S. later this year. Shakira and Bizarrap also performed together. The former Disney star Sabrina Carpenter made her Coachella debut. Celebrity birthdays. Country singer Chris Stapleton is 46 today. He just performed on Saturday Night Live. Chuck Sievertson, ABC News.
He did a great job on SNL this weekend. All right, how would you like to ride in a Fiesta Parade? Get your phone handy and scan the QR code on your screen. Then tell us what you love about the Battle of Flowers Parade to enter for a chance to ride on a float and show us your shoes, as they say. Battle of Flowers is Friday, April 26th. Now, once you enter the contest and register to become a KSAT Insider, you can access our KSAT Fiesta parties. So scan this QR code, and from there you can buy tickets for Insider Fiesta parties for the day and night parades. You can find all this information right now at KSAT.com. And KSAT Medal Days are back. You can grab a free KSAT medal at various locations across the San Antonio metro area. We have a brand new location for you to go to this morning. We'll reveal that location coming up around 6:42 this morning right here on GMSA. And fun fact, KSAT has 5 different kinds of medals for you to collect. One for Texas Eats, SA Live, and more. Check out the story on KSAT.com for more details. We'll head in our next hour of Good Morning San Antonio. Students in Alamo Heights got their hands dirty this weekend for a great cause. We've got the sights and sounds from Mulch Mania coming up. And up next, the start of Fiesta just days away. What you need to know before things kick off across our city in this festive occasion. And checking TransGuide as we go to commercial break. Not a lot of traffic out there right now, but it is picking up over the last 10 or 15 minutes. Justin is in for RJ, who is off today for his birthday. We'll talk to Justin coming up on the other side of this break. Taking a look outside with live cam this morning. See how things are looking out there, Steph? You want to jump in? You good? Okay, all right, in a minute. Yeah, top of the hour here. If you're just joining us for GMSA, we're celebrating RJ Marquez's birthday today.
Live from KSAT 12, Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
It's Monday, the 15th of April, and Steph's back after being off last week. We missed you.
I'm back. Well, I missed you too, and yes, I'm jumping in with my microphone fully on now. Yes, it's great to be back. I did get some sleep though, so I'm ready to go.
You got some what?
Sleep.
Sleep.
Like, Mark, what's that?
What a concept, especially for our producers and folks behind the scenes. Yeah. But Mike's here. Good morning.
Good morning. Beautiful weekend. It was a little on the humid side, though. You could start to feel the humidity kind of come back in, especially if you were in the direct sun yesterday.
Certainly, yeah.
And it's going to be, if you like humidity, you're going to love this forecast for this week, and there's plenty of it out there right now. And just to look at the picture from our camera down there at Brook City Base, yes, we can still see the skyline, but you know, just kind of thinking back to last Friday when we had the really dry air, how crisp this picture was. So a little fuzzier out there with all this extra humidity hanging around. Couple of patches of fog. Castroville at 5 miles visibility, Fort Kerrville, and just a hint of it showing up there. So just kind of be on the lookout for that throughout the course of the morning with all this extra humidity getting pumped on in here. Temperatures are averaging 12 degrees above normal across the board. We should be in the upper 50s here in town. And again, everybody's got these dew points well up there, mid and upper 60s. Matter of fact, just the low temperatures, 71 here in town. The warmest low temperature for normal low is usually in mid to late July going into August. So this is what we're looking at right now, is what as far as it feels like. Mold is on the high side. Oak is finally dropping down. Maybe we are done with oak season, or at least on the waning days of oak season. We're going to keep a lot of clouds around this morning. Again, a patch of fog here or there. Temperatures may fluctuate a degree or two, then up to 77 at noon. A little bit of sunshine thrown in today, 85 high temperature, and a couple of stray showers late this afternoon, just here or there going into this evening as well. Fiesta starts on Thursday. Here's a hint, hot and humid. Go figure. It's Fiesta. Details coming up in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, Justin, what's going on, sir?
Yeah, speaking of Fiesta, you and Fiona are going to be at Fiesta, correct?
Fiesta, yes, emceeing again.
Awesome. Always a fun time. And just a gentle reminder that traffic is going to pick up around Fiesta time, and ride shares are readily available if you're going to go out and have some fun, party with a purpose. Just know you can always call a ride share. Always a good idea. We know that SAPD is going to be tracking everything with Fiesta very closely, so heads up there. This morning, though, not a lot going on. 281 Marshall Road looks good. 281 at Grayson also looks good. That's that curve right there always causes a few brake lights to come on, but not enough traffic to cause any issues so far. As we look downtown, also seeing basically quiet traffic conditions. That's the case at 35 and I-37. As we've been reporting all morning, this is not a bad situation. Now, we did just have an incident pop up on our screen there, and I'll check it out here. This is just coming in there along, looks like 410. Not sure if that's eastbound or westbound, but that near Castle Hills. We'll check in on what's going on there. It's not causing any slowdowns, whatever it is. Otherwise, again, pretty quiet around town. Know that things will pick up here within the hour. Guys.
Thank you, Justin. The search continues for the person who killed 2 men at a home near North Foster Road this past weekend. San Antonio police say it was around 2:30 in the morning when someone fired shots at the home on Delgado Run. According to the police, victims Marquise Green and Damari Greenidge were standing at the garage when they were killed. Investigators are trying to figure out what led to that shooting, and they are investigating the case as a capital murder case.
Now, to a plea to back ban books. Texas was home to the most attempts to ban or restrict books in 2022, and a local group spent some time this weekend educating and mobilizing. The National Council of Jewish Women created yesterday's event at Trinity University. The panelists whose books had been banned talked about the impact on the community. The goal was to discuss the topic and come up with an action plan.
There are many things that people can do. Some are things that are quite simple, like read a banned book to your grandchild, or buy a banned book and put it into one of our free libraries that are around the city.
Those advocating for book bans typically say that the book in question contains graphic violence, expresses disrespect for parents and family, or is sexually explicit. Organizers hope the event will spark a bigger conversation on the topic.
New morning headlines. The hush money trial of former President Donald Trump starts today in New York City with jury selection. It is the first criminal trial of a former commander-in-chief and the first of Trump's 4 indictments to go to trial. Trump has pleaded not guilty to 34 felony counts of falsifying business records as part of an alleged effort to keep stories about his sex life from emerging during his 2016 campaign.
Over in Israel, the country is considering whether to retaliate against Iran for this past weekend's attack. The White House is urging restraint.
As ABC's Alison Kosik reports, the UN Secretary General says it's time to step back from the brink.
This morning, new details about Iran's unprecedented attack on Israel, launching more than 100 ballistic missiles and swarms of drones, a larger attack than expected, in retaliation for an airstrike that killed 2 Iranian generals in Syria this month.
Over here, you can see that rocket flying up in the sky just over Jerusalem here now. It's just raining rockets with those sirens blaring out. You can hear the interceptions every few seconds here.
Overnight, ABC News confirmed at least half of those Iranian missiles either failed to launch, failed in flight, or crashed before reaching their targets in Israel. Israel says 99% of the drones and missiles ended up being intercepted by Israeli, U.S., and coalition forces. Those that did hit caused minor damage at an Israeli airbase and left a young girl critically wounded from missile shrapnel.
Well, Tehran's massive attack has largely been a failure. A senior official saying that Iran's intent was clearly to be highly destructive, causing significant damage and death in Israel.
Now, attention turns to whether Israel will respond. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu meeting with his war cabinet yesterday. One member saying Israel would act in the manner and time that is appropriate for us. His war cabinet reportedly supports retaliating against Iran, but is divided over the timing and scale. U.S. officials, while emphasizing Israel's right to defend itself, say the U.S. will not participate in any counterstrike. On Capitol Hill, lawmakers are now considering a new military aid package for Israel. A vote could come as soon as this week.
Alison Kosik, ABC News, New York.
So happening today, if you still need to file your taxes, people here in San Antonio can use the Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Program to file their taxes for free. You can get those services at 13 locations throughout San Antonio and Fredericksburg. Some of those locations offer refund anticipation loans, and they do not charge fees or interest. So for more information, you can go to vitasa.org.
Fiesta is almost here, and let's cover some of the highlights. Texas Cavaliers River Parade is a week from today on the 22nd. Battle of Flowers is on Friday the 26th, and Flambeau is on Saturday the 27th. So don't forget to get your tickets for all the KSAT Fiesta parties.
So we have tickets for the day and night parades. This will give you a chance to have grandstand seating. So make sure to get your tickets now before we run out. So just look for the story on our website at ksat.com.
If you're new to town, you got to do this, folks. All right, so take out your phone, scan the QR code for your best chance to win the best seats in the house during the Battle of Flowers Parade or Fiesta Flambeau Parade. One lucky winner will receive 6 tickets to the Parade Watch Party with VIP seats that include private seating for that parade.
So they will also receive a $50 gift card from IKEA, so it's a win-win. So you have to be a KSAT insider to win, though, so make sure to sign up. You have from now until Wednesday at noon to enter for your chance to win.
KSAT Medal Days are back, and you can grab a free KSAT medal at various locations across San Antonio. We have a brand new location for you to visit this morning, and we'll reveal that location coming up on Good Morning San Antonio in our next half hour, so stick around for that.
So before we go to break, the Big Green National Organization made a stop in San Antonio this weekend as part of its mission to get everyone in America to grow food. So Gardopio Gardens in Dignity Hills is the first stop in Texas for the Big Green Bus Tour. It's a community garden that supports strengthening garden programs across San Antonio schools. The founder and CEO of Gardopio Gardens says it's about more than just handing out seeds.
When a kid pulls a carrot out of the ground, they have no clue where carrots come from. When they pull that apple off the tree, right, it's really connecting us to food and realizing food is nature.
Stephen Lucky hopes to encourage more people to grow food in San Antonio. So in honor of Earth Month and the Big Greens Grow Together initiative, you can do something good for the environment by planting a tree, composting, or changing your shopping habits.
But don't change your viewing habits. Right now, you're watching GMSA at 10 minutes past the hour, 71 degrees.
Well, still to come, the Spurs ended a rough season on a high note, though, even without Wemby on the court. So we're going to have the highlights from the finale at Prospect Center.
They had a great game. And after the break, we'll introduce you to our KSAT interns as they share more about their time here this semester. They did an awesome job.
Yes, they did. Look forward to seeing that and looking out there with live cam. Not too hot for now, so enjoy that before the sun comes out. We're at 71 degrees. We'll be right back.